They voted for me for a reason. In spring 2020, amidst the uncertainty of the COVID-19 pandemic, the University of Tennessee Knoxville elected Carmen Jones as president of their Student Government Association. This outcome made perfect sense. Carmen, along with a diverse team of student leaders, ran a campaign that engaged over 50,000 people. Describing her approach to a successful process, Carmen shares, "My journey leading up to running was unexpected, but my personality type is to speak up, and I've never been afraid to share my opinion on things. So the victory was hard-earned, innovative, meaning it began in person and pivoted to virtual within a matter of weeks, and momentous. At the same time, she made history with her campaign. Carmen became the university's first Black female student body president.
The University of Tennessee making an historic announcement this year. The new student body president, a Black female, the first in the school's history.
Of the 99 presidents who preceded her, there was not one Black female.
People are seeing the historic moment of which I'm so grateful for. However, I am constantly working, so I don't really have a moment necessarily to process that this is me and I'm actually the first Black one. I walked into it knowing that my university, I think at that time, was probably 7 or 8% Black. So I did not see students that looked like me in my class. How do I respond to this at a predominantly white institution? So that second moment was definitely, I think, the biggest turning point for me when I realized that, hey, we got some issues that we need to address and we need to get this right. You're in that position where you have to work with administration, but you also have to represent your people and represent yourself well. The main change with that would be, and I've said this on other platforms, is that hate speech is a form of harassment.
Celebration, joy, and excitement ensued. Hours of hard work, difficult decisions, and even hateful messages from strangers followed as well. Carmen's experience exemplifies the trials and the triumphs of being the first. Over the past few years, several brilliant Black women have made history on their university campuses by becoming the student body president. The universities appeared in headlines, their quotes appeared in various publications, and their names became synonymous with social change and hope. Don't get me wrong, these are amazing achievements that merit recognition. At the same time, it is essential to understand the experiences that come with such an influential and visible role. Danielle Gethers, the first Black woman to lead MIT's undergraduate association, worked with the pressure and potential of her position. Danielle was elected in May 2020 after running a campaign based on unity, equity, and authenticity.
Danielle Gethers has become the first Black woman to be elected student body president in MIT's 159-year history. And a huge part of her platform is promoting diversity and inclusivity. This is a huge achievement. That must feel pretty amazing, right? 159 years, you're the first one.
Yeah, I'm very excited and humbled to be able to serve my community in this role. It was a very hard-fought election, actually. It was completely virtual because of COVID. So it was Zoom calls 12 hours a day. So to be the first Black woman elected into this role, specifically since MIT has struggled in Black female matriculation, is truly amazing.
What do you think it says about the student body that you were elected on a diversity platform?
Yeah, I think people's priorities are changing. Most people at MIT are really about being intentional about diversity, equity, and inclusion now, and really kind of reflecting the nation's values in terms of really wanting to be intentional and helping recruit diverse faculty, make sure our curriculum is in line with inclusion in general. I actually created our student government's first diversity council. So the idea is every week we bring in Black student leaders, Latinx student leaders, Indigenous leaders, and they help us inform what our student government will be doing. Something else is we got MIT to stop celebrating Columbus Day, and now it's Indigenous Peoples Day. And something else is I actually created a program called Talent to 10. So our goal is to help increase Black women matriculation. So we pair Black women in high school with Black women at MIT, and we guide them through the application process. So we're super excited to see them all get in this year.
A few weeks later, the Black Lives Matter movement captured the world's attention. For several months, it seemed that non-Black folks realized the horrific realities of systemic racism. Suddenly, media outlets touted Danielle's win to contrast or almost counteract some of the necessary dialogue around bigotry and hate. Reflecting on this experience, Danielle shares,
I did feel like me and a lot of other Black student-body presidents were being tokenized in a way, and also being used as a symbol for progress in a time when I didn't feel like progress was being made. To see this 10-minute section about George Floyd, about people protesting in the streets, and then to cut away and be like, at MIT they had their first Black woman student-body president.
The reporters making this juxtaposition meant well. However, highlighting students like Danielle did potentially distract from some of the issues that plague Black women in the American university setting. An April 2022 report published by the Education Trust suggests that, on average, Black American women owe over $38,000 within a year of graduating from an undergraduate studies program. This is higher than Black men and other non-Black graduates. The discrepancies of undergraduate experiences and outcomes can be daunting or abysmal to think about, but the hard truths didn't deter student leaders who were keen to enact positive change. By the time Brittany Dez was elected as the University of South Florida student body president, she'd already spent years advocating on behalf of marginalized groups. Her presidency was no different. As president, Brittany sought streamlined solutions to complex issues.
Students just elected the first African-American woman to be student body president. Junior Brittany Dez is also the first woman to be elected president in 20 years.
You want something, you just go and you do it. You try and do it. There's literally nothing that's stopping you but yourself. And my mother always told me that the only thing that somebody can't take away from you is your education.
Engaging stakeholders across the university, Brittany liaised between students and administrators. Brittany confirms,
my platform focused on 5 pillars, which was success, health, innovation, finance, and tradition. Within success, we completed the majority of our initiatives, even though our term was cut short because of COVID. We provide free photo headshot opportunities for students. Under health, we implemented mental health numbers, the suicide hotline, victim assistance, police on every student ID. For finance, we created the first ever student government scholarship.
And for tradition, we created themed homecoming activities. Students and faculty really enjoyed that. Clearly, Brittany's determination and dedication benefited her peers in a variety of ways. Common threads exist across these 3 amazing leaders. Carmen, Danielle, and Brittany established their reputations on campus as agents of change. All 3 navigated their positions during the tumult of the COVID pandemic, collaborated with diverse cross-sections of their student bodies, cultivated key relationships with university administrators, and just generally mastered the art of making an impact. In addition, the importance of self-care was evident in different experiences. For anyone, especially Black women, who are planning to run for student body president, Carmen advises, I got into therapy as a result of going through racialized trauma, so I've encouraged other Black student body presidents to enroll in therapy. At the same time, their experiences are far from monolithic. Each woman planned their agendas based on the needs of their own universities. Addressing the most pressing issues, all 3 presidents followed their own nuanced approach to leadership. It could not have been easy to have been the first, and we must honor their struggles while highlighting their accomplishments. So thank you, Madam Presidents, for being candid, compassionate, and constructive role models.